But Gemini, one of the most powerful and deadly competitors here in ACPW.
It's going to be an outstanding match as both men looking towards the ACPW World Heavyweight Title Tournament coming up in the very, very near future.
Well, you know, I can't disagree with you, Joe. Breaker Morant, he certainly has the ability to climb to the top of this promotion. He's one of the better wrestlers here in ACPW, and he absolutely has the ability to contend for that world title. But the first things first, he's going to have to get through Gemini, who, as much as I don't like him, the man is an absolute beast. There's nobody I think that can match up with him in terms of power, strength, and size here in ACPW.
Oh, I disagree. I think his brother can, but, you know, we saw that match once. I don't think we'll see it again. But Gemini, Kwame, and Onslaught, a great unit.
Well, we saw that match once, as you said, and you're absolutely right. They can match up with each other. But the two ended in a double countdown.
Breaker talking about the history that Gemini and him have. He did take him out a long time ago, and he wants to try to do it again.
Ring announcer Johnny Cisco. Just asked Breaker Morant if he needs a manager. Looks like he might be sticking around at ringside.
I don't know what this is all about, RC. Our ring announcer, Johnny Cisco, getting a little bit more involved than you would think. Looks like he's staying at ringside, consulting with Breaker. Maybe this is Breaker's idea to put Gemini out again, but I don't know if Johnny Cisco's enough, unless he knows something we don't right now about Gemini.
Well, Johnny Cisco, a very smart man. He probably has some ideas of what can be done to stop Gemini. Breaker certainly knows Gemini well. This is going to be an interesting matchup, Joe.
And Gemini coming in the ring, not bringing any backup, just him himself. That's all he needs. Breaker outside the ring right now, consulting with, I guess, his new manager, Johnny Cisco. All right, we're going to be waiting for word from senior official Malcolm Slick. Oh, now we got a kendo stick floating around the ringside. What's up with that? And we're underway. We're ready to go. Now, we have a ring announcer that becomes a manager instantaneously and then develops a oh, cheap shot right there. Going right to work on Gemini is Breaker Morant.
Looks like he traded his microphone for that kendo stick.
Most definitely. Breaker Morant taking it to Gemini early. I'm surprised by the early offense issue. Oh, big clothesline. Gemini down hard on the canvas. Breaker Morant taking it to him. Setting him up. Could be a big suplex. Oh, huge suplex. I felt that over here. I think it shook the stadium. What a suplex by Breaker Morant. But Gemini back up with a clothesline into the ropes. Breaker Morant down into trouble. Gemini breaking out the wrath on him right now. Huge body slam. Gemini says nobody messes with him. And to be honest with you, I won't mess with him either.
Well, you know, as long as he keeps a safe distance, so I don't have to get a restraining order.
Oh, huge clothesline right there. Breaker Morant knocked into next month clearly right there. Gemini 1, 2, and oh! Kick out by Breaker Morant. Give him credit there, RC.
Oh, absolutely. Got to give him credit. Breaker Morant, tough as nails. He's not going to go down without a fight. Like he said before this match started, he's out for some revenge. He's out to finish the job, something he started a decade ago here against Gemini, looking to finish him off.
It's going to take a lot to finish off Gemini, I'm telling you. Might not see eye to eye with him, but this is one of the strongest guys in the business. And quite honestly, sometimes one of the funniest. But that's for another day.
Nothing funny about this man, I'll tell you that. Or nothing funny about this match. Breaker Morant really laying it in to Gemini, putting the hurting on him. And I have to admit, I'm really surprised. I haven't seen too many people handle Gemini this way.
Absolutely, Gemini in a lot of trouble right now. And there's Johnny Cisco working him over with the kendo stick, choking him with the kendo stick in the middle rope. Gemini in trouble, and he assaulted Gemini right there. That's the last thing, and another. He's going to work on him. That's the last thing I'd want to do to Gemini if I was Johnny Cisco. What's up with this guy?
Johnny Cisco feeling very brave here against Gemini, but I guess he has the muscle of Breaker Morant to back him up.
Absolutely. I gotta say, I might have underestimated Breaker Morant a little bit in the strength category. He is matching up extremely well. I guess 10 years ago, I mean, they say everybody has a match, and clearly Gemini has a match right now. And a clothesline. Gemini down, he might be out. I wonder if he's going for the pin or he's going for more punishment. Let's see, he's going for the pin. We got 1, 2, and a kick out with some authority from Gemini.
Well, I'll tell you something else, Joe. Breaker Morant, he's one of the guys, one of the serious contenders, one of the guys who really wants to get a spot in that title tournament, wants a shot, a chance, an opportunity to take that belt for which he's been denied for all these years.
Absolutely, and beating Gemini would be a huge step in that right direction for Breaker Morant and his goals in winning the ACPW World's Championship.
You know, I hate to say it, Joe, but if he beats Gemini, he might be the odds-on favorite.
Oh, I don't know about that. A lot of good contenders, including Little Mondo, already in that tournament. Big splash in the corner. Gemini just totally obliterated Breaker Morant in the corner.
Breaker Morant looks to be in some trouble here. Gemini getting his win back, taking advantage of the opportunity open to him right now.
We gave him about 10 years of punishment with that splash into the corner, that's for sure.
Here's another one coming up.
It could be. And it is! Breaker Morant, that's it.
How is Breaker even standing right
That's
now?
how it could be the Gemini driver. We'll see. He's lining him up. And he nails it. Gemini with the cover. 1, 2, and 3. He kicked out. I can't believe he kicked out. I was ready to ring the bell. I can't believe it.
I am in absolute shock.
I'll tell you what, give kudos to Breaker Morant. He just withstood a huge amount of an offensive from Gemini, and he's living to tell about it.
I'll tell you, Joe, I've always had respect for Breaker Morant, but this is giving me a whole new insight into his toughness, into his persona, into what he
Oh, senior official Malcolm Slick. Breaker gets out of it. Into the ropes. Johnny Cisco, he throws the kendo stick into the ring. Breaker Morant with the kendo stick. Down goes Johnny Cisco. Oh, but to the back of the head. Breaker Morant nails Gemini.
Breaker Morant looks to be it, but there's no referee conscious enough right now, it looks like, to take advantage of the situation.
He's bringing the senior official Malcolm Slick to his feet. I don't know if our senior official saw it, but there's an object. There should be a disqualification maybe, but he didn't see him use it.
He did not see him use it.
And he nails him again. Malcolm Slick maybe getting a little relaxed. Looks like we got maybe a disqualification there.
Unbelievable. Malcolm Slick once again getting a screw job finish. Rips off Breaker Morant after a valiant effort.
The disqualification victory, that's going to hurt in the record books for Breaker Morant, looking for the World's Championship down the line.
You know what, Joe, you may say that, but I'll say this. Breaker Morant took everything Gemini had to offer, everything Gemini could give to him, survived it all, and dished out an equal amount of punishment to Gemini.
I totally agree with you there. Kudos and my respect to Breaker Morant. That was one hell of a showing. Gemini looking to clean house, baby. Johnny Cisco